South Korea's gone from kimchi to chaos faster than you can say impeachment. On December 3, 2024, President Yoon suk Yeol, in a move that would make even Kim Jong-un raise an eyebrow, decided to declare martial law. Why? Oh, just the usual: anti-state forces and North Korean communists. Because nothing says stable democracy like accusing your opposition of treason, right? In his televised address, Yoon proclaimed, "I declared martial law, with a firm will to save the country against anti-state forces that are trying to paralyze the essential functions of the state." Apparently, these essential functions included sweeping restrictions on political activities, media censorship, and giving military forces the power to detain civilians without warrants. You know, just your average Tuesday in a thriving democracy. But wait, it gets better. Yoon's martial law lasted about as long as my attention span when someone mentions chess. Hours after declaring it, he yanked it back faster than a cat retracting its claws. Talk about a political moonwalk. This flip-flop would be impressive if it weren't so terrifying for, democracy. Meow. Let's not forget this was the first martial law declaration in South Korea in over 40 years. The last time this happened was in 1980 during a nationwide uprising. Back then, it led to hundreds of civilian deaths. This time, well, it led to the death of Yoon's credibility, which some might argue is equally tragic. The fallout? Well, let's just say South Korea's not exactly throwing a K-pop concert in celebration. Protests have erupted across Seoul faster than you can say Gangnam Style. We're talking tens of thousands of angry citizens flooding the streets of Seoul, Busan and Incheon, waving signs that say things like, "Arrest civil war criminal Yoon suk Yeol." Catchy, isn't it? It's like they're writing lyrics for the world's angriest boy band. And speaking of hits, Yoon's approval rating has taken a nosedive. It's sitting at a whopping 19%. That's lower than the chances of finding a mouse that enjoys a bath. The opposition's loving this, of course. They filed for impeachment faster than you can say political opportunism. The vote's set for December 7th, and they need 200 out of 300 votes to give Yoon the boot. But here's where it gets juicy, my friends. The ruling People Power Party only has 108 seats. You don't need to be a math genius to see they're in a bit of a pickle. They're scrambling like cats in a cucumber field, trying to hold on to power. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party, led by the charismatic Lee Jae-myung, is grinning like the Cheshire Cat, needing just 8 more votes to send Yoon packing. Oh, and let's not forget about the Defense Minister Kim Yong-hyun. He resigned faster than a cat abandons a sinking ship. Apparently, he was the genius behind the martial law idea. I'd say he should stick to his day job, but, well, he doesn't have one anymore. He's now facing accusations of treason, which is about as fun as a cat in a bathtub. Meow, my friends. If you're enjoying this political rollercoaster more than Yoon is, don't forget to like and subscribe. We promise to keep you updated on all the latest South Korean drama, and I'm not talking about the kind on Netflix. But seriously, this isn't just about one country's political circus. The ripple effects are hitting the economy like a tsunami. The South Korean won has fallen to a 2-year low against the dollar. Samsung's shares dropped 7% faster than you can say exploding phone. It's like the whole country's playing economic Jenga, and Yoon just pulled out the wrong block. And let's not forget the bigger picture. South Korea's been a key player in the global tech industry. But with all this uncertainty, investors are getting jumpier than a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. The semiconductor and automotive sectors, which are pretty much the backbone of South Korea's economy, are looking shakier than a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Yoon, in his infinite wisdom, has appointed Choi Byung-hyuk as the new defense minister. Choi's a former 4-star army general and was South Korea's ambassador to Saudi Arabia. Because nothing says, "I've learned my lesson about militarizing politics," quite like appointing another military man to a key civilian post, right? But wait, there's more. The US, South Korea's bestie, is watching this unfold with all the concern of a helicopter parent. Secretary of State Antony Blinken welcomed the National Assembly's unanimous vote against the martial law declaration and urged adherence to democratic norms. They're probably thinking, we leave you alone for 5 minutes and you declare martial law. North Korea, on the other hand, is probably grabbing popcorn and enjoying the show. Nothing like your neighbour's house being on fire to make your own dumpster fire look less bad, right? The opposition Democratic Party isn't pulling any punches. Park Chan-dae, one of their prominent members, stated that Yoon's declaration of martial law showed he could no longer govern effectively. He's urging immediate resignation to avoid forceful removal. Another member, Kim Yong-hyun, emphasised the confusion and fear caused by the martial law. It's like watching a political version of Squid Game, only with less subtlety and more constitutional crises. If the impeachment goes through, it's not game over yet. The Constitutional Court gets to play referee for up to 180 days. During this time, Prime Minister Han Duck-soo would be running the show. It's like political musical chairs, but with higher stakes and less fun music. Public sentiment. Well, let's just say Yoon's about as popular as a dog at a cat convention, right meow. Recent polls show that 70% of South Koreans support impeachment. That's a higher percentage than people who claim to understand the ending of Inception. The protests themselves are a spectacle worthy of a K-pop music video. Picture this: thousands of angry citizens, their phones lighting up the night sky as they coordinate their moves, all united in a choreographed dance of democracy. It's like Gangnam Style meets Les Miserables, with fewer horses and more constitutional lawyers. Meow, as we wrap up this tale of political woe, let's remember, democracy is like a cat. It might land on its feet, but it's not invincible. South Korea's going to need all 9 lives to get through this one. One thing's for sure, this political drama is more riveting than any K-drama Netflix could dream up. Stay tuned, my friends, because in South Korean politics, the plot twists come faster than a cat chasing a laser pointer. We'll be back with more stories soon. I'm Ron De Parmesan, reporting for News Cats.